I 32 female have been married to my husband 34 for 5 years. Mimel. Total nightmare. She has opinions about everything and zero concept of boundaries. Calls my husband 2x daily minimum and has accidentally walked in on us doing the deed more times than I can count. My husband is a good guy but has always been a total pushover with his mom. Classic, that's just how she is, excuse maker. I've tried setting boundaries for years, but she bulldozes right over them while my husband just stands there looking helpless. When I got pregnant, we went full psycho. Showing up unannounced with baby stuff, rearranging our nursery without permission, trying to crash every prenatal appointment. When she announced she'd be staying with us for 3 months after the baby was born to help, I finally put my foot down. Told her we needed bonding time and would let her know when we wanted visitors. Cue the waterworks to my husband about how mean I was for keeping her from her grandbaby. We were still in this standoff when I went into labor last week, 2 weeks early. Called my husband who was at work, and somehow got to the hospital before him. I was already in active labor when she burst in, barking orders at my medical team about what I shouldn't have. She doesn't need an epidural. Women in our family deliver naturally, she told my doctor. WTF. I was in too much pain to fight, but thankfully my doctor ignored her. Husband showed up shortly after but did nothing to control his mother. After 18 hours of absolute hell, our baby boy arrived. The second the nurses put him on my chest, Elle swooped in like a vulture. Give him to me, she demanded, literally trying to take him from my arms. The baby needs to be cleaned properly. I raised 3 children, I know what I'm doing. When the nurse told her to back off, Elle actually shoved her aside. I know what's best for this baby. He needs to be swaddled tightly. That's how we do it in our family. My husband just stood there with that deer-in-headlights look. Something in me snapped, but not in the way you'd think. No yelling. No crying. I just grabbed my phone, opened the camera app and hit record. For the next 20 minutes, I silently documented everything. Full fighting with nurses about bathing techniques. Arguing about weighing methods. Contradicting the pediatrician's feeding instructions. All while repeatedly pushing me, the actual mother, completely out of the equation. You don't know what you're doing yet, she told me when I asked to hold my own baby again. Let me show you the right way. My husband occasionally mumbled things like, Mom, maybe let the professionals handle this, but never actually stepped up. When the nurses finally kicked her out so I could rest, she made a scene worthy of a soap opera. Before leaving, she announced she'd be waiting at our house when we got home since, clearly you two need guidance. After she left, husband tried his usual, you know how she gets, BS. I didn't argue, just handed him my phone and told him to watch the video. Well, I've never seen someone's face change so fast. He went from defensive to horrified in seconds. I had no idea it was this bad, he whispered. I mean, I was right there, but seeing it like this. I'm so sorry. That night, while I rested with our baby, my husband called his mother. I'll update after some sleep because this new mom is exhausted. Thanks for all the support. Typing one-handed while nursing, so sorry for any typos. After watching the delivery room footage, husband called Elle from the hospital. The convo started with his usual gentle approach but got real firm real quick. No, Mom, this isn't about anyone being tired or hormonal. I saw the video of how you behaved. No, this isn't about taking sides. You tried to take my son from his mother's arms. You pushed aside medical professionals. This is our child, not yours. He ended with, No, you will not be waiting at our house. We'll call you when we're ready for visitors, and that won't be for at least 2 weeks. And when you do come, there will be rules. We were discharged the next day and, surprise, surprise, Elle was on our porch with suitcases. I know you didn't mean what you said, she told husband, trying to push inside. You were just tired. I've got everything under control now. Husband, shockingly, blocked the doorway. I meant every word. You're not staying here. Elle went nuclear. You can't keep me from my grandbaby. I have rights. Actually, you don't, he replied. And if you keep pushing, you'll see even less of him. Cue the crocodile tears about how cruel we were being. Husband just took out his phone and said, "Should I show Dad and Uncle the video of how you behaved? Because I can." She went white as a sheet, got in her car and left. We've had 3 blissful free days at home. Husband has been amazing, handling everything so I can focus on recovery and baby bonding. Will's been blowing up his phone with the usual guilt trip texts, but he's standing firm on our 2-week rule and added that visits will be max 2 hours with advance notice required. We'll update after her first visit. Should be interesting. Oil-free bubble has been heaven. Husband has stepped up big time and baby is thriving. Today was Will's first visit, and we had clear rules. 2 hours max. No holding baby without permission. No contradicting our parenting. 1 criticism equals immediate ejection. Husband told her twice, and she just replied with a snippy fine. But y'all. She showed up on time, miracle number 1, and asked to come in instead of barging past, miracle number 2. No comments about the house being messy. When she saw baby, she didn't grab him, just asked, "May I see him?" I nearly fell off the damn couch. The entire visit was bizarro world. She asked permission for everything. Didn't give unsolicited advice. When I nursed, she offered me water instead of trying to take over. Near the end, she asked to hold him, held him properly, and immediately gave him back when he fussed. As she was leaving without being told time was up, she dropped this bomb. "I owe you both an apology. I watched that video. I didn't recognize myself. That's not who I want to be as a grandmother." She looked right at me. "I especially owe you an apology. You just gave birth and I made it all about me. I'm truly sorry." Then she revealed she's seeing a therapist. It was father's idea after he saw the video. I've only had 3 sessions, but apparently I have some control issues to work through. You think? After she left, husband and I were like, "Did that actually happen?" Full called later to thank us for the video and standing up to Mel. "She needed this wake-up call," he said. "I've been enabling her for years, but seeing her act that way. It was the push I needed to insist on therapy." We're cautiously optimistic but keeping boundaries firm. She's coming back next week, and I'm kinda curious to see if this sticks. It's been 3 months since the delivery room shit show, and I promised a final update. Will has stuck with weekly therapy, and I'm not exaggerating when I say she's like a different person. Her visits, now up to occasional half-days, have been respectful AF. She asks before picking up baby, follows our lead on care and, get this, asks if we want help instead of assuming we're clueless. Last week she actually said, "I realize now I was trying to relive raising my own kids because I wasn't ready to just be a grandma. I was afraid if I didn't make myself essential, you wouldn't need me." I told her we do need her. As a grandmother, not a third parent. "I understand that now," she said. "And I deleted all those angry texts I sent family about you keeping the baby from me. I told them the truth, that I overstepped, and you set reasonable boundaries." My husband continues to be amazing. He checks with me before scheduling ill visits and enforces boundaries without me having to ask. Last night as we were putting baby down, he thanked me for recording that video. I don't think I would have seen the truth without it. I was so used to making excuses for her that I couldn't see how bad it was. "You didn't yell or give ultimatums. You just showed me the reality, and it changed everything." He's right. Sometimes the most powerful move isn't a dramatic confrontation. It's just holding up a mirror so people can see their own BS clearly. It will stay on this path forever. People can backslide. But our family is good right now with actual healthy boundaries. And I keep that video backed up in 3 places. Just in case. T-checks for the support Reddit. Sometimes justice isn't about revenge. It's about finally being seen and heard.